The mics are on. It is a small world after all, and this is episode 5 of our Disney Opinions. My name is Jason. I am one of your hosts, and I am joined by my lovely co-host in life. Her name is Julie, and she sounds just like this.
I appreciate that I never know what you're going to say there. The mics are on, and I don't know what's coming next.
It's so the only thing you don't know in the whole show.
I don't think that's true, but thanks. I like it. It keeps it fresh.
Yes. That's a good start. I thought that was a good surprising one. I have I have a list that I keep hidden.
I look forward to hearing them
intros. So we'll see. We'll probably only get through like 8 or 9 episodes before I run out of list. But I thought that was a good one.
You can do it.
Okay.
I have faith in you.
So, well, thank you everybody for checking us out again, either on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
As always, I just remain shocked that people are listening.
I know. So last week we started a new news segment, and we are immediately going to derail that while I rant about Galactic Starcruiser, and we will hit 2 more 3 things, one from each of us.
Math is hard.
Math is hard. And then we will get back into part 2 of our trip planning series.
And as a reminder, we are travel planners with Goofy Getaways. We can help with choosing when to go, where to stay, and how to fit it all into your budget. Don't like waking up at 5 a.m. to make dining reservations? Don't worry, we do. And we've got that part covered for you. If and when FastPass comes back, we can schedule those for you as well. Plus, we've done a lot of things at Disney, so we're filled with opinions, tips, and tricks to help you maximize every minute of your magical Disney trip. Best of all, our services are totally free when you book a trip with us. It all starts with an email. Just reach out to jason@goofygetaways.com to get started.
And the email is just in my name, but you will get one or both of us at any given time.
That's true.
So it's kind of a crapshoot.
I try to sign.
I do too, just so they know
who they're talking to.
Yep.
All right, so what's on your mind?
So we've started to get a lot of requests and questions about the new Star Wars Hotel, and everybody keeps calling it the Star Wars Hotel, and I want to talk about it a little bit because there was some news about it this week, and they're giving more and more details, and every time details come out, I'm starting to realize, and I want everybody listening to start to realize, that this is not really a hotel in the way that you think of a hotel from everything that I've read and seen. They want you to feel like you are on a trip to space. They want you to be immersed in this story that they're putting on. There will be things to do on this ship. There will be missions. There will be tasks. You will interact with the characters who are on the ship. You won't necessarily be out lounging by the pool. You won't necessarily, they haven't said one way or the other, but from everything that I'm reading, you won't necessarily be going out to the Magic Kingdom or Epcot for lunch in the afternoon. You will be part of this 3-day, 2-night mission that will involve, all these different tasks and things on board the Galactic Starcruiser. And you will stop at Batuu at Galaxy's Edge, and you will be transported from the Galactic Starcruiser into the Galaxy's Edge world for some time off the ship. But from everything that I understand, you will be on the ship. And I just want people to start to think of it not as a hotel, but more as a cruise, and really, essentially, a 3-day long attraction. And back when I was a bellhop at Tower of Terror, I remember seeing an interview with Imagineer Tony Baxter. And one of the things that he talked about was how he always wished that there were attractions that were 2 or 3 hours long, and you'd be able to be a part of this whole story, and it would happen around you, and it would be kind of like being in a movie for the entirety of the movie. And I feel like this is starting to be that, vision of his realized, whether or not he had anything to do with Galactic Starcruiser. I feel like that concept that he was looking for is finally about to be born. Bottom line for me is, I think, if you start to picture it less as a hotel and more as an attraction, you won't get your hopes put in the wrong direction.
Yeah, we just want people to know what they're signing up for.
Yeah, what they're waiting for and what they're getting excited about.
Yeah.
There's no official word on pricing, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a family of 4 paying, $3,000 to $5,000 to experience this. And I don't know if that's a per person or a per family number, but I feel like those numbers are
all speculation.
It absolutely is all speculation right now.
Is there a release date yet, or an opening date?
That was one of the things that got announced just recently. They are now saying spring of 2022, and I think the smart money has to be on the first flight of Galactic Starcruiser taking off, departing on May the 4th, because that makes perfect sense. It's the perfect synergy for Disney. So our Disney Opinions says May 4th. We'll see if we're right. I also would not be surprised to see reservations open for that on October 1st as part of the 50th anniversary announcement. So there's all the rumors that you can possibly handle, and some of them might be truths.
Some of them might have started right here.
Some of them might have started right here. We'll see what we end up being right about or wrong about. And, always happy to call ourselves out when we're wrong. But would like to take credit if we end up being right.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
Yes. How about some 3 things?
All right. 3 things.
Just 3 things, though.
Just 3 things. I want you to go first.
You want me to go first? Okay. I'm going to go negative for the first time ever.
What?
What are 3 things that you've done at Disney or you've seen at Disney that you don't think are worth the money?
Oh. 3 things. Well, I mean, that's kind of hard because there are things that I just don't like that are really popular with other people.
I think I'm going to make enemies with a couple of mine.
Are you really? Why? Our fledgling podcast doesn't need enemies.
We're going to be down from six listeners to 4.
4, I know. Okay, so I don't know if I can come up with 3. Carousel of Progress. You know how I feel about that one.
So that's less of a financial investment and more of a time investment.
That's a time investment. It's not worth your time.
Fair enough.
And energy.
I like that. You can keep going.
Unless you really need a nap, in which case, more power to you. Go do it. What else? Oh, I know one. The giant balloons that people stand, and they look so magical. I love them for what they add to the atmosphere. I enjoy seeing the cast members holding the balloons, selling them. I enjoy the looks on the faces of the children as they receive their balloons that their parents have paid for. But at the end of the day, it's like $20 for a balloon. Is it more than that now? I haven't even looked.
I think it's more. I feel like it's more, but
I'm going to have to do some research there and find out. But that one is one of my pet peeves as I see people walk away with multiples of them, and I just think, oh, I could have spent that money so much better. So that's my second one.
I feel like there's got to be a food thing or a restaurant that you've eaten at. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not trying to bait you into anything.
This is really hard for me. I am such a sunny, positive person. I'm a ray of sunshine.
You are a ray of sunshine.
Oh, let's see. Can I just cap it at 2 and not do a third one?
Sure.
Okay. If I think of a third one, I'll shout it out. How's that?
So, to sum up, the only 2 things at Disney World that you think are not worth the time investment or the financial investment are balloons and the Carousel of Progress. I just want to be very clear.
Maybe just consider that opinion in the context of also feeling so vacation deprived right now coming out of COVID.
Yes, amen.
I feel like I'm just
anything would be worth the money right now.
Disney, anything is worth the money.
Fair enough.
Okay, what are your 3?
Okay, so one of mine was balloons, and I just, I love the balloons. Like you said, I love to see the cast
Yeah.
members with the giant handful of balloons. They look awesome.
It's magical.
The clear ones with the Mickey-shaped
Yes.
balloon head inside, those are awesome. But once you buy your balloon, what do you do with it? It is like an extra person on every attraction. Or it gets tied to your stroller, and you hope that some magic-deprived person doesn't come and steal it.
Yeah.
So I'm not into balloons.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because I turned 40 and I was just like, I hate all things that are happiness for children. Get off my lawn.
That's true.
That's probably what it is. The second thing on my list was kind of where this question came from, and for me, it's the dessert parties. I feel like the price on the dessert party has gotten so high that you can't eat the amount of dessert you're paying for anymore.
Interesting.
Without having a scene out of the Hunger Games. It's just...
Yeah.
The food is great. The dessert is delicious. The price is high. And the location, at least at Magic Kingdom... I feel like unless you're right up on that front rail of Tomorrowland Terrace, where that dessert party was last taking place, your view of the fireworks isn't all that great.
Yeah.
So
True. Are they doing those right now?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
So
I wonder if those will come back or not.
yeah.
That was your second thing.
You want to know a secret? I only have 2 also.
Are you serious?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. 3 things is feeling the financial crunch of the pandemic, and we can only afford to each give you 2 things this evening. So, thank you for listening to this segment of 2 things on our Disney opinions. Let's move on to Julie's and hope that we can come up with 6 between the 2 of us, which equals 3 things.
I guarantee you that we're going to get 6 between the 2 of us.
Oh, thank
because
God.
I sat down and I made a list of 6 things. Because the last time on our podcast, I gave you my 3 things topic, and in my head, I had my 3 things answer. And then, because we're basically the same person at this point, because we've been together for so long, you rattled off my 3 things in the same order that they were in my head. And then I had to scramble and come up with things on the spot. So, I guarantee you, we have 6 things for this one between the 2 of us. Even if you only name 1, I'll come through with the other 5.
Welcome to our segment, 10 Things.
10 things. Wow, math. Okay, ready? 3 reasons to book your Disney vacation with the services of a travel planner.
Ooh. I think the first one is knowledge. For us, we didn't get into travel planning to make money or get rich. We got into this because we just love talking about Disney and driving our friends crazy talking about Disney. And once they finally all tuned us out, we stumbled upon an opportunity to talk about Disney to people who would appreciate hearing the knowledge that we've gained over gained over the years, and allow us to help them put it to good use to plan what may be a once in a lifetime trip for them. And that's part of it. Let's see, that's the first one. That's the biggest one for me.
That's a good one.
Getting up super early in the morning to hope you've figured out how to make your way through the Disney dining reservation process can be daunting. And so one of the benefits of a travel planner is that we've already done it a whole bunch. We know the order, we know the proper order, what reservation to go after first. If you're looking for Chef Mickey's and you're looking for Ale and Compass at the Yacht Club, one of those is going to run out of reservations way faster than the other, and we know which one that is. So it's a good thing that you have us on your team. And I think the third thing is something that Goofy Getaways does, and that is discount monitoring. So you book with us now, and anytime between now and 30 days out from your travel, if a new Disney deal comes along, we're going to automatically run your trip through that new deal to see if it saves you any money. And if it saves you money, we're switching it up to make that happen for you, and you will end up saving money there. So it's not necessarily that a travel planner is going to, give you a bunch of discounts right off the bat just because, we have them available to us. We have what Disney offers, and we are really good at, figuring out which resort offers you the best benefit as far as that deal goes, where you're saving the most money, and we're going to try to get you into that resort. We're not going to try to get you into the most expensive resort because it makes us more money. We're going to try to get to know your family and get you into the resort that's going to give you the biggest bang for your buck.
Good job.
Thank you.
You did very well. I checked 3 things right off my list.
All right. Now you're down to 3 things. So
now
here we go. It's your
things.
turn.
It all works out. Okay, so one excellent reason, which we've said before, but I'm going to say it again, our services are free. And there aren't many things in life that come to you for free.
Especially when you attach the word Disney to them.
Exactly. But our services are free. So you aren't going to lose anything by booking with us and working with us.
Except maybe the desire to buy a balloon.
Well, yeah, we'll try and take care of that for you. Although really, if there are people out there who really love to buy the balloons, I sort of would like to know why. Like I would like to hear the other side of that.
Yep, send us an email, leave us a comment.
What do you
love about balloon people?
Yeah. Okay, so number 1, services are free. Number 2, there are times when you have a question about your trip or you have a request or you need something, and the only way to get your answer or get what you need is to call Disney to talk to an actual person. And that is not a fast process. And it can lead to long waits on hold. And we do that part for you too. So you send an email to your travel planner and ask your question or whatever the thing is that you need. I will sit on hold for you. You can go on about your day and I will sit on hold and find out the answer for you. Isn't that nice? And again, it's free. That's my second thing.
All right, that's a good second thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, number 3. You're planning this amazing trip. You're so excited about it, and you've planned it way in advance, and by now your friends and your family are so tired of hearing about your upcoming trip and every little detail. Your travel planners are never tired of talking about your trip with you.
That is very true.
We are happy to discuss all the finer points and answer all the questions and do all of the scenarios and what if and what other cool things can we do or talk about. So we're always happy to talk about it. How's that?
Those were excellent things.
Thank you.
Very good. And I feel like they play right into our main discussion topic because we are continuing the trip planning discussion that we started in the last episode where we talked about what time of year is ideal to go on your Disney trip. And now the more in-depth discussion is figuring out your budget and all the different parts that play a role in figuring out what you're going to spend and where you're going to spend it. So the first thing that you need is a place to stay. And Disney has 3 different categories of hotels, and they are value, moderate, and deluxe.
Pop quiz.
Yes.
Can you list all of the resorts from memory by category?
My eyes are closed because I'm thinking, and I'm looking inside my Disney brain.
Okay.
In the value category, you've got Pop Century, you've got All-Star Sports, All-Star Music, and All-Star Movies. And I believe you have the Little Mermaid rooms end up in a value pricing range, but I'm not sure what they categorize the family suites at Art of Animation, but I believe Art of Animation still falls into value.
I think it still does, yeah.
Moderates, you've got Caribbean Beach, you've got Port Orleans Riverside and Port Orleans French Quarter, and Coronado Springs, along with the Grand Destino Tower. In Deluxe, you've got the Boardwalk, the Beach Club, and the Yacht Club around Crescent Lake. Swan and Dolphin kind of play into that, although I don't believe they are considered official deluxe resorts.
Right.
Around by Magic Kingdom, you've got Contemporary, you've got Wilderness Lodge, you've got Polynesian and the Grand Floridian. And you've got the Riviera Resort back over by Epcot and Studios. You've got Animal Kingdom Lodge. And I think that's it for the deluxes. You've also got the deluxe villas, the home away from home resorts, where you've got those tend to be the Disney Vacation Club resorts. So if you are a Disney Vacation Club member, these are your home resorts. But day guests and non-DVC guests can also stay there. You've got Saratoga Springs, which also includes the tree houses. You've got Old Key West, which was the original DVC resort. You've got villas available at Boardwalk and Beach Club and Riviera. And you've got villas available at Bay Lake Tower, which is attached to Contemporary, and Polynesian and Grand Floridian also have them, as well as Wilderness Lodge also has some villas available there that are categorized in the deluxe villa, home away from home places. And if you are a group larger than 5 people, those are where you are looking, because that's your 1 and 2 bedroom suites, your 3 bedroom grand villas, as they're called in DVC language, and that's where you should be. That's where we're going. That's where we're going to send you.
Right. Good job.
So yeah, and your pricing on your value resorts usually hovers around the low to mid 100s. The moderates run in the 200s, and the deluxes usually start out in the $300 range.
Nice. You missed one thing.
Oh, what did I miss?
You missed Fort Wilderness.
Oh, I forget about Fort Wilderness a lot.
I know.
Because we don't camp.
Right.
And
but there's also cabins.
And we haven't tried the cabins yet, but our friend and fellow travel planner, Sue, does like the cabins quite a bit. What's your favorite in each category, since we're here?
Okay. My favorite in each category? Okay, well, I love Art of Animation. That one, to me, is like stepping right into a Disney movie or Pixar and just living there for a couple of days. Yeah. It's beautiful. The pool is gorgeous and fun. And when we had little kids, the splash pad there was really neat too.
Yep.
I appreciate
that.
And
I do like the family suites there. They are very spacious, separate bedroom, and a lot of room to spread your family out there. So I do enjoy those. Yeah. My favorite value is Pop, which is just across the bridge from Art of Animation.
Why is Pop your favorite?
I just like the decor a little more than Art of Animation, and I think the buildings at Art of Animation feel a little boxy. Like they're painted nicely, but I feel like the look at Pop Century is, I don't know, just has a little more character to them.
I can see that. I like my boxy buildings with
That's fine. Excellent.
With my vending
All right.
pool.
I think we've spent a lot more time at the moderates, so what's your favorite moderate?
Okay. Oh, boy.
I know. It's hard.
It is. It's tough. I'm going to go with Caribbean Beach.
I am too.
Really?
Yes. We stayed there a lot when I was growing up, and I don't know, the colors of it, the feel, it feels very tropical. It's very well themed. It just all fits together nicely.
I love that pool with the water slide.
Yep, it's got a great water slide at the pool. An old pirate fort.
Yeah, that's a really fun one too.
Yeah.
When your family is staying there the first time, to watch your kids see that pool and that water slide for the first time is really fun.
Absolutely.
That's
Yep, and they
so exciting.
So there's a little less inventory there than there used to be because they knocked a couple of the villages down to build the Riviera Resort. So it can be a little bit harder to get a room there than it was in the past. That used to be a really giant resort, and now it's a little more in line with Port Orleans French Quarter as far as number of rooms goes.
Yeah.
But I love it.
All right, what's your favorite deluxe?
Oh, I think for me it still goes back. It gets, nostalgic, and I go back to Beach Club because that's where my family spent a lot of time before we became DVC members back in the day. There is nothing quite like Stormalong Bay, which is the pool that Yacht and Beach Club share. It's got a sand bottom. It's got a whirlpool, and when I say whirlpool, I don't mean like a hot tub. It's got a couple of those too, but it's got an actual section of the pool where the water is spinning, and you can just kind of pick up your feet and let it carry you around in this circular whirlpool, and then have to find your way out, and that's how you miss your dining reservations. But once you get out of the whirlpool, there's just so much to explore there, and it's a pool. It's a swimming pool with a sand bottom, like the ocean.
Yeah.
And the water slide is awesome. And
it's a great location,
The convenience of that resort is fantastic. You can walk to Epcot. You can walk to Studios. You can take a boat to either one. You can take a Skyliner from Beach Club to Riviera and then on to Studios. So there's lots of ways to get to two of the main theme parks there.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to pick the only other deluxe that I've stayed at then. Which, well, that's not true. I just lied. But it's not called our Disney truths. It's called our Disney opinions and lies in parentheses.
Which are probably based in truths, maybe. I gotta change all the graphics.
I'm gonna pick contemporary, which I think is an unpopular opinion sometimes. But having stayed there as a kid, there is something so cool about the monorail coming through your resort and just walking downstairs and hopping on in the morning. And if you care to spend the extra to get a theme park view room, I don't think there's anything better than having a view of the Magic Kingdom out your window while you are staying in the most magical place on earth. So,
excellent. That's a great pick. That is a great pick.
Why, thank you.
Yes. All right. Let us now move on to ticket pricing.
Without crazy accents. There's not a whole lot to say here. Single day tickets run between $109 and $136 usually. It's seasonal. It's date based, so the more popular times of year are going to have more popular, or not more popular pricing, probably less popular pricing, but higher pricing. The bonus here are multi-day tickets. Mm-hmm. Because as you add days, your days get cheaper. And the big sweet spot there is when you go from 4 days to 5 days, your 4-day ticket starts at $410, but your 5-day ticket starts at $437. So now you're getting to the point where you're adding extra days for $27 instead of, $80, to $90 to $100. Mm-hmm. You're really starting to lower that daily cost. And I believe when you get up to 10 days, you're looking at like $55, $56 per day on your 10-day ticket. So, the cost benefit really starts to appear, though, at that 5th day. Well, so they want you to stay for longer.
They do. We'll probably get to this on a later podcast. But before I did the college program, so this would be in 97 or 98, I decided to see, because at that time it was like the 5-day ticket was like, this is what you need to see and do it all. And I was like, there's no way you can do it all in 5 days. And this was before Animal Kingdom. So I have a journal where I wrote down every single thing I did. And I did every single thing at Disney World. Every slide at Typhoon, every slide at River Country, every slide at Blizzard Beach. Went to every club at Pleasure Island for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or one show or whatever. It's all documented. So we'll have to break that out and on some future episode to talk about just how big of a dork I am, which everybody's probably gathered at this point.
I was going to say, I don't think that's going to be news
Julie's
to
I was going to say,
anybody.
Julie's trying not to talk, so don't incriminate yourself there.
Right? It's still true that whatever the price is on the first day of your trip is what
affects the
figured
whole
out.
ticket. Yeah.
So if you have the option to start your ticket on a slightly cheaper day, it's might be worth it a little bit.
Even if you don't go into the park that day, you can buy it starting that day.
Yeah.
The next part of your budget is going to be spent directly into your mouth with food.
That's my favorite part.
I know, mine too. Mine too. So, and we've had a few people ask us, what's it going to cost to eat every day? And so we've scoured a bunch of menus and kind of come up with a, it's not exact, but I would call it a fairly accurate baseline. What do the quick service prices look like?
So quick service, roughly $15 per adult meal, $10 for a kid's meal. So, not too far out there.
No. And a lot of, we've gotten good over the years at finding things that you can split, like the lobster roll at Columbia Harbor House at the Magic Kingdom. That's a very good splittable sandwich. It's enough to fill you up, and it's delicious, and it's not overly expensive.
Right.
But, that's one of the reasons you have us as a travel planner, because we will
can
share
help you
those
with that.
opinions with you of what can I split?
Yeah.
When you get to table service, you start to get $20, $30 an entree. Some are a little bit less, some are a little bit more. When you get up to the buffets and the character buffets, you're looking more at $65 per person. I think slightly less for kids, but I'm not certain that all of them are that way.
Yeah. I just thought of my third.
Oh, okay. Let's go back to your third thing.
Can I go back to
Yeah,
it?
which category? I guess my category.
Your category.
Because my
the
category
third
was
thing
two
that
things.
I felt like was not worth it. This is going to be pretty unpopular too. Tusker House character dinner that we did. I did not think that was worth it. We've had so many better ones.
I thought the character
That one.
interactions were good.
Yes, the character interactions were good, but for the
I thought
price,
the food was not
I
good.
didn't appreciate the food, and
we like Boma, and we like the African
I love all of that.
tinged
Yes,
food options. I feel
But that
like
buffet I did not
I feel like we got, because so many people have raved about Tusker House, and the menu kind of rotates. I feel like we hit it on a bad night.
maybe.
But it was so uninteresting to me that I don't want to try it again because there's other restaurants I want to eat at and other places I want to put my money.
Right, exactly.
So
circled back around.
Then I will add my last three thing. I will
okay.
circle back and say I'm going to get killed. Chef Mickey's is not worth the money.
Oh.
The character interactions are great, but it's just such mediocre food and it's so loud and it's such chaos.
Yeah.
I think there are better
It
character meals out there.
Yeah.
Or there were. I mean, a lot of what we're talking about is, when we get back to things looking like they were in 2019, where character meals look more like they did. But historically, I have not found Chef Mickey's to be worth the money.
All right.
For me.
Good job. We made it to 3.
We made it to 3 halfway through this other segment that has nothing to do with it.
That was rough.
So speaking of things that existed prior to the pandemic and may return, the dining plan. Before we became travel planners, I was not sold on the dining plan.
I wasn't either.
And and that was before I had ever tried it. We finally tried it. And we took very diligent notes, and what we were finding was that we were saving approximately $40 per sit-down meal for our family of 4.
Yeah. Now, I would also add to that I would say we tried hard to do that, meaning like...
Oh, I think so too.
We sat down, and whereas if you're paying out of pocket, you might not choose the most expensive thing on the menu for your
sure.
meals.
There are there are cheaper ways to dine at Disney, but I did like the the way that it kind of ended up feeling like an all-inclusive cruise resort kind of
knowing that it was
vacation.
all already paid for.
Yep. I knew what I was going to spend on food.
Yeah.
Because I had already spent it on food. So I was not worried about
the
seafood boil at Ale and Compass or whatever it was that was like, I would never pay for this out of pocket. But knowing that, I'm taking Disney to the cleaners here and,
I think they still took us to the cleaners at the end of the day, but it's okay.
Probably so.
But yeah, I think that that was really nice to have just paid for it all. It was done. I really felt like I was on vacation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too. I think if you're taking the kind of trip where to stay in your budget, you need to pick the least expensive thing on the menu, then the dining plan is not going to be your money saver. Right. But, if you can work it into your budget, there is a savings there. Mm-hmm. And I look on our outline and I love the last bullet point on the dining plan.
Yeah. Because maximizing snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some fun. The last day when you realize that you haven't used up all your snack credits.
Oh yeah, that
because there's more than you can possibly use.
For sure. I'm thinking of finding Aristocrapes over at Disney Springs. Oh, yeah. Those are they're big plate-sized crepes that are normally $6.50, $7 somewhere in there, and they're a snack credit. Yeah. So they're an afterthought of your dining plan. Yeah. But they're a breakfast or a lunch, that doesn't necessarily take one of your credits. So it's stuff like that, and talking to your Goofy Getaways travel planner like Jason or Julie about which snacks to use in your dining plan when the dining plan comes back, because Disney said it would. Don't lie to us, Disney. Bring it back.
I really hope it comes
back. Bring
it
back soon.
I know.
Please and thank you.
All right. Anything more you want to say about dining plan?
Bring it back, Disney.
Okay. Good job. I think we got it.
Please.
All right, so I think
this thing's getting off the rails.
It is. I saw you doing some calculations over there about I think you were doing some sample totals. Yes. What did you come up with?
So we were, I think I did this, we'll see, mid-August time frame. So, a couple weeks from now. For a family of 4 with 2 kids, ages 10 and 7, for 6 days, 5 nights, and 4 days of tickets. Checking in on a Sunday, heading out on a Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're in the park. Yes.
Is this a park hopper ticket?
I don't believe it is.
Okay.
Value at the Pop Century, I have them in at $2,501.62.
I feel like we could play Price is Right with Disney trips.
We could, but we could. The deluxe price on here, I'm actually kind of shocked that showed up. Moderate was only a little bit more, $27.97.50 for Caribbean Beach. The big difference between we probably should have mentioned this earlier, but we'll mention it now. The big difference between your moderate and your value, for me, I see it in the pool. All the moderates, the pools have water slides. None of the value resorts have a water slide at their pool. Right. And usually at the moderates, there's the main pool and then a quieter pool that can just be for playing around in, as opposed to the busier feature pools. And then in our sample totals, the deluxe yacht club option was $35.86.12. And so those were some samples of a 6-day, 5-night vacation. Just to see how it all kind of comes together. And that doesn't include food or the dining plan.
Yeah. Right. That's just your stay and your tickets.
Yeah.
I really want to play Price is Right now.
We could.
In another episode. Price is Right with travel options.
There you go. Where do you think? Yeah. So what do you think for a first trip, if somebody's looking to plan their first trip, which of those is most attractive to you? Where do you think your on those three options, where's the bang for their buck, in your opinion?
Oh, well, out of these specific three that you just did, that's a really pretty good price there for Yacht Club.
That's
honestly.
what I was thinking too.
I don't think you can go wrong, really, hotel-wise, stay-wise. If you
Yeah.
pick one that suits your needs and suits what you want your vacation to look like, I don't think that you're going to go and stay at a value resort and feel like you've missed out on something, honestly.
No, for sure.
So.
And really, I think that kind of starts to play into what we'll cover on the next episode, where we talk about what kind of vacation you're trying to plan. Is it a run and gun, do it all? Is it a relax at the hotel? Is it a first time trip? We will cover all of those in the next episode. But
wasn't that nice of me to segue that for you?
It was great.
I specialize in segues.
You are very good at segues. Now we got to talk about where people can listen. So,
yeah.
Check us out on YouTube if you're watching us there, or if you're listening to us there already. Give us a like, hit the subscribe button, or smash the
smash the subscribe. There you go. Now you got the
or just
lingo.
Gently click it. I mean, we're all getting up there in years. Don't hurt yourself.
If you're me, you got to put on your glasses.
Yeah, put on your glasses. Gently click the subscribe button. Leave us a nice comment. Tell us what you'd like us to talk about next. We're eventually going to run out of ideas because we've talked a lot. So you can also find us on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts. Just search for Our Disney Opinions, or click one of the links in our Facebook post or on the YouTube page. We will have links to all of those.
Did you mention we have an Instagram now too?
I did not. I forgot the Instagram. We started an Instagram account for Our Disney Opinions, and every day or two we are adding a new opinion of something to our Instagram account. Just search for Our Disney Opinions, and weigh in.
Yeah.
Feel free to interact. We're keeping an eye on it. Comment. We enjoy the back and forth. Most people have agreed with us wholeheartedly on everything we've had to say, because we are just that influential. And
yep.
Time to wrap it up. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you on the next episode of Our Disney Opinions.